Alrighty, what is up everybody? Louis Marco here, I salute you wherever you are. And yet again, the 212 battle that never happened between Shawn Ray and Lee Priest. Although these two guys collided in much of the 90s and even the 2000s, there is still much talk about them, who is the best on forums. And lately, there is even a battle of words between these two quite loud mouths. Shawn Ray is very talkative, and so is Lee Priest. So Shawn Ray is throwing some words from Hawaii, Waikiki for that matter, next to a very beautiful swimming pool, and the blonde myth replying from the koala land down under Australia. So, I'll leave you to that. But today, I want to geek out a bit about the physicality of it all, because it is, after all, bodybuilding and the physique talks, and it did. Now, it goes without saying that the record of Shawn Ray is more polished. He has more wins, more prestigious wins. Ironman, Arnold Classic, two of them actually, and placed second in Mr. Olympia 94 and 96 to Dorian Yates. Some argue that he should have won the 94 Mr. Olympia since Dorian was somehow injured in the left biceps and came in bloated, a little bit watery, and he spoke lengthily about it, trust me. But proceed, shall we? So, you know what? From several positions from the front is quite debatable. They're quite close, these two guys, right? And let's start with this here. Arnold Classic 1990, which was won actually by Shawn Ray. However, it was removed from him, if I do recall, because of a drug test failure. Imagine that, in bodybuilding, mind you. Probably it was glutamine for all I know. Nonetheless, he came back the next year, 91, and he won it again. And this time, they gave it to him, so probably he did not consume glutamine nor creatine back then. It was all about H2O. Right, so this was it. I do recall this version of Shawn Ray. He started very, very young in bodybuilding, and he was right next to Lee Haney from the get-go, next to Lil Brada, Richard Gaspari, Mike Christian, and the rest. He was definitely in the lead with them, right? So this was the second Arnold Classic. So technically he has one, because they removed the 1990 from his hand, but he won it still, right? Now, this is an Ironman won by Mr. Lee Priest, and guess what? It took him a long time. He did participate in, I cannot even count, the list is so long, and he placed second several times in the Ironman. I think he placed second in 2002, and second again in 2004, and finally in 2006, he won it. As far as I recall, right? Now, Shawn Ray won Ironman way before that. I think he won it in 1992, which is a year prior to Flex Wheeler, and even before that. So his record is definitely more polished, as I mentioned. This was actually 1990, Ironman 2, sorry. He won another Ironman in 1990 as far as I recall. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But these are the pictures from 1990 in the hotel, and they're quite rare. This is a quite interesting picture, though. He is next to a blonde guy, and mind you, it is not Lee Priest, but it is still the blonde myth. What? Yes, the guy next to him, may he rest in peace, by the way. I made a video about him when he passed away from a heart failure just a few years ago, right? In his 50s. His name is Comerford, right? His name is Comerford. Now, this Comerford was nicknamed the Blonde Myth. It was the original Blonde Myth. And he used to say that he was the mentor of Lee Priest. So the original Blonde Myth was the mentor of the most known Blonde Myth, namely Lee Priest. And quite frankly, for the life of me, I was not able to find a picture of them both together. But before he passed away, he said that he was the mentor of Lee Priest, and he trained with him down under in Australia, as far as I do recall. Anyway, may he rest in peace, Vince Comerford. He resembled actually the blonde myth that we know of. He was kind of blocky, small, and blonde with that specific Superman kind of haircut, right? As you guys can see, the blonde myth. So this is the original blonde myth, Mr. Vince Comerford. And he has a distinctive bicep belly resembling greatly that of Lee Priest, doesn't it? It really does. And this was him actually, just prior of his passing away. Again, funnily enough, or ironically enough, next to who? Next to Shawn Ray. So this was Vince Comerford. If I do recall, he passed away sleeping at the back of a back room actually of the gym. He used to work there, and his heart gave away. He used to train until the rest of his days, right? Again, rest in peace. So, and this is actually the blonde man that we know all. This was 2006, and quite frankly, I cannot say it's his height because he was pretty much on and he was good for most of his career, right? 2003, he was not good. He placed at, I think, 15 in Mr. Olympia. That was like a mishap. But aside from that, Lee Priest is Lee Priest. Impressive body parts. Arguably one of the best arms, actually, ever. You know, you compare them only to Rolly Winkler, Boo Bunder. I mean, everything, man. The tricep, biceps combination and those forearms are just majestic, brother. You know what I mean? So that's it. He won it in 2006. And of course, I mean, Shawn Ray won that more than 15 years prior to that. Like 16 years in 1990, if I do recall, and again in 92. And another funny picture, actually, not funny, sorry, serious picture. Very important picture with another blonde legend. One of the most famous pictures of Lee Priest happens to be with this gentleman here, Tom Platz, of old, showcasing that marvelous tricep, which is again one of the best in the history of bodybuilding. It is quite significant. You know why? Because he made an interview with him. As a matter of fact, Tom Platz, and I spoke about this lengthily in previous videos years ago, and this is on YouTube, so you can go ahead and see it. I left the title of that video. Tom Platz came back in the early 90s, so remember the time frame. You know, Tom Platz is a bodybuilder of the early 80s, right? Who had the crazy legs. We all remember him, in Mr. Olympia 1981. He came back more than a decade later, and he interviewed a slew of bodybuilders, and all of them wanted their face to be blurred, although we all recognize them, you know, because of the freaking early 90s, pixelated pictures filmed with a potato, so you all recognize them. You know, if you guys go ahead and see them, you'll recognize all of them. The only guy that refused to be blurred and wanted to be public is Lee Priest. And on this famous interview, well, not famous, only diehard bodybuilding fans know about it, he basically went and said it all. All the vitamins being consumed, all the doses of vitamins and supplements that these guys were taking on a daily basis, or the prep, whatever, he said it all. Of course, it is a big no-no. It is hush-hush. It is bodybuilding. You're in the middle of, actually, of the weeder era, right? We were actually in the Dorian Yates era, right? So early 90s, maybe please about 92, 93, maybe 94, I don't recall. But Dorian Yates, and Dorian was not in that video, right? But Lee Priest was the only guy who showed his face and he spoke all about it. And from that point on, he was persona non grata. Persona non grata. He was hated by the IFBB institution, right? That's a known fact. That's a known fact. Because as I said in the start of this video, is a big mouth, but in a totally different way. That's Shawn Ray. Shawn Ray was known to badmouth the other competitors. He was badmouthing freaking Dorian Yates. Actually started with Dorian Yates and then went to Kevin Lavroni. Flex Wheeler. Flex had to call him Shauna because he said, bro, he speaks a lot, and because of him, he accused him of having some calves implants and this and that, and the ninja stuff. I think it came from him, as far as I recall. He badmouthed also Chris Cormier, who used to be his training partner in 1995, if I do recall. He was saying, bro, Chris is always late. And the thing is, he was always going to the magazines to say this, not to the guys, you know what I mean? So it was kind of special, Shawn Ray, right? Anyway, but this guy was not talking about the other competitors. He was talking about the institution. And that dinged him a lot. Some people say, bro, so politics killed him effectively. But as I mentioned from the front, bro, it's a toss-up. Be my guest. I mean, both are good. Both are really, really good. We got a massive guy to the right, no bubble gut still. And we got Shawn Ray was just magnificent too. You cannot ding Shawn Ray. Shawn Ray was one of the last of the Mohicans. At that time, he was only him and freaking Chris Cormier, who had a solid vacuum. All the rest was bubble guts, right? So yeah, a toss-up. Front lat spread. Be my guest. Be my guest, right? Of course, the chest of the details. I mean, it's minute details. It's nitpicking here. The chest of Shawn Ray is definitely superior to a weak chest of Lee Priest, indeed. Midsection in this position is just proper. It is diced. That of Shawn Ray was always world class. Unfortunately, when he got bigger, Lee Priest would not see that much details. You know, the feathers and the striations in the quads were starting to recede in a sense. He used to have them for certain when he was younger, right? Side chest, again, side chest. The arms of Lee Priest are just magnificent, are on another level. But however, his chest was not the bulgiest, so to speak. Again, another toss-up. Be my guest. They're just proper. Lacking of the details in the lower section started to come with time in Lee Priest, as I mentioned. That's just basically what I noticed. Side chest, very close. When we come to the side tricep, there is a difference. There is a difference. Now, although the tricep itself, the muscle group of Lee Priest is way bigger and superior, more developed, more chunky, more beefy than that of Shawn Ray, there is no doubt about it. But however, it is a complete pose. What is the midsection? Now, the structural, the sculptural, actually, the statuesque Shawn Ray was very serious in his posing, right? And he was thinking very serious when he's doing battle versus Dorian Yates and freaking Ronnie Coleman and even Lee Haney prior to that. So he was not missing that. Look at the intercostals. Look at the midsection. Always tight. Always contracted. Always proper. And for that, he is superior to Mr. Lee Priest in this pose, right? Quite critical. If you get too big, it might hinder your ability to perform it well. Case in point, Exhibit A. I'm sorry, triceps is huge, biceps is everything, but what about the midsection? You know, he's not holding it well. He was a small version somehow of Nasser of somebody. Same here. I mean, I never seen a contracted midsection in the posing, no matter what era we're talking about when it comes to Lee Priest, quite frankly. Right, there you have probably one of the best of him was 2007. I think it was the highest placing of him in Mr. Olympia was 2007. Again, won by crippled for that matter, Dorian Yates. Second controversial was Nasser El somebody, right? And I think Lee Priest placed number five back then. Very close to Shawn Ray, but still number 5. So he never beat him on the Olympia stage, right? Again, Shawn Ray in the side tricep. He looks geeky and freaking nerdy with his round glasses, but midsection, bro, for days, all day and every day, man. You can't think that. He's a loud mouth. I mean, he's definitely a big talker in the bodybuilding scene. A lot of people dislike that. But what is right is right. Physicality-wise, bro, this little kid was bringing it. Little kid, he's older than me. He's like 15 hours or more. But he started as a kid. He started in his early 20s and he was already boxing versus Lee Haney and Lil Brada. You get command that, right? And the midsection, always world class. Any era, you name it. Late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, it was just diced to the socks out of the box. And for that, salute is given where salute is due, right? And then we arrive to the Achilles, baby please, Achilles heel, right? That of Lee Priest, and be my guest. Be my guest. Ask Google, bro. Ask Yahoo. Go back in time. Ask Alta Vista, freaking Netscape, all kind of whatever browsers of old or search engines. Quite frankly, they're rare. The pictures from the back, when it comes to Lee Priest, they're rather scarce, and for good reason. It was never actually one of his good strengths. Furthermore, be my guest. Take a time, take a pre-workout for that matter. Look for a diced glutes, right? When it comes to Lee Priest, I think by his all admission, it was never his strength. He never had some diced glutes. I don't recall that, right? So from the back, Lee Priest shows his weakness. We're talking about top level here. I mean, this is Mr. Olympia, right? So yeah, I mean, the glutes were never there pretty much, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? And this is comparative between him and the current Mr. Olympia in 2012, Mr. Flex Lewis. Again, a testament to these glutes, who are a large muscle, right? They're just not there when it comes to the to Mr. Blonde Myth from Down Under, right? So the back as a whole is definitely an open door for Shawn Ray to dominate, and in a great way, in a major way. It's not even funny, man. Look at that. Shawn Ray never misses a shape. The only time he missed it was in '95 when he tried to come bigger. He did like a trick of Cedric this year, and it was a mishap. But aside from that, bro, be my guest. Last time I checked, probably this record was beaten lately, but this guy held actually the record of the man who placed in the top 4 Mr. Olympia for a long time, right? The only time where he placed lower than 4 was in '98 and in '99. '98 and in '99, the first 2 Mr. Olympias of Ronnie Coleman, he placed number 5. Aside from that, bro, it was always maximum 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, until he retired, right? Until like 2002. But look at the back, man. You can't think the guy. I mean, he has a big mouth, Shawn Ray. I mean, I never saluted him on my post. It is what it is. Probably is one of the most controversial talker in bodybuilding scene, but physicality, bro, the dude was toe-to-toe with the Yates. Need to comprehend, man. This guy was shamelessly posing from the back next to the Yates. You gotta command that. And he did that next to Ronnie Coleman, right? And he retired in his era. So it is what it is. The back seals the deal. And although, he was still, beating Lee Priest from, as I mentioned, in the side tricep and so on and so forth. But it was still close from the front. You can be, you can be judgmental, you can be subjective. Okay, I give this front double bicep to Lee Priest, or front flat spread, you name it. But when you total the thing up, I mean, Shawn Ray beats Lee Priest any day of the week, especially from the back. Hence, what freaking Phil Heath is doing nowadays. So that's my opinion on it. I don't know if these guys will come back together, because quite frankly, throughout the years, I followed, what Shawn Ray does, and he can be an enemy with somebody, and next thing you know, a few times later, he will be friend with them again. He used to, despite actually Dorian Yates, right now they're friends as far as I know. It happened with, Kevin last year, and then they're okay, and so on and so forth with, Chris Cormier and maybe Flex Wheeler. Flex Wheeler on record said, bro, I wanted to go ahead and invade his house in '97 and, basically retaliate, because according to him, he sent him the IFBB doctors or whatever to do some test on his calves, because they thought he accused him of having basically whatever, I mean, implants in that. So that's it. Hopefully bygone will be gone, actually. Let bygone be bygone. And we might see them playing golf in Hawaii quite soon. That's it. Salute you wherever you is. Don't forget to like the video and tell me what you guys think about it. It was a long video, 20 minutes, bro.